Kacy, and I know what you're thinking. Number one, this is not Kenneth's house. You're right. Welcome to my home. Since I can't have you all over physically, welcome to it virtually. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Second, the other thing you're thinking, I know, is Kacy, normally you're so dressed up and composed and like put together, and you're in street clothes and an apron. Are you all right? Yes, friends. Yes, friends, I am just fine. I know you were also worried about me. I'm in an apron today because it's Friday. And typically on Fridays we have cooking with Kenny, but Kenneth, is letting me take over and do baking with Kacy, which isn't quite as catchy. I guess we could call it cooking with Kacy, but we're baking. We're baking tonight, friends. And what we're gonna make is one of my favorite desserts that I like to make because it comes in big sizes. So enough portions to share with friends, family, anyone that you wanna just give some cookies away to. I'm making oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, and I'm linking the recipe in the description down below. So if you wanna follow along or you wanna bookmark it for later, however you wanna do it, it's good to be with you this Friday night, and I'm excited. Let's make some cookies. All right, friends, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is get 2 sticks of butter, which approximately equals 1 cup, and put it in a bowl or on a plate or something to get room temperature. That way the butter will be soft and it'll combine easily with the other ingredients. All right, so the next thing that the recipe says to do is to mix all of your dry ingredients together, which is what I'm doing here. I just mix it all together in the KitchenAid mixer. I find that's really easy and easier for cleanup especially. And so here I'm mixing together 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Do not skip the cinnamon. The recipe says optional. It is not optional. It is the best part of this recipe, the little bit of autumnal taste. It is so good. Then we do our wet ingredients. So we're gonna add the butter. That was room temperature. I'll admit I microwaved this to expedite that process a little bit. So we'll add both of those to the KitchenAid mixer, and then, hi sweetie pie. And then we'll add 1 cup of brown sugar, and then 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and we'll just mix all that together with the dry ingredients. All right, and then I'm gonna add 2 eggs, just crack them on the side of the bowl there. And then with the eggshells, you can actually compost these, add them to your compost or throw them away, however you do that, but I highly recommend composting. And then I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. No, I don't use the expensive vanilla extract. I should, I know, this is imitation, it's fine. So right now your dough should resemble a very moist cookie dough, and we're gonna change that. Cookies or maracas? All right, and now we're gonna add 3 cups, yes, 3 cups of rolled oats. I just use the Quaker Oat brand, works just fine. 3 seems like a lot. I promise it makes all the difference that you do the full 3. So after all of that is put into the mixer, I'm gonna add 2 cups of chocolate chips. Milk chocolate is good. You can use dark chocolate for this recipe. I've used both. They turn out great. Personally, I'm not a fan of white chocolate, but you could totally do that too. So now you have this aromatic, delicious cookie dough that you have to wait to bake. So the recipe recommends that you chill it for an hour. And I found in my experience this actually works really, really well. It gives the butter some time to harden again and kind of make one consistent dough while you bake it, and it bakes the cookie more evenly. I highly recommend chilling it for an hour. So what we do is I just combine everything in ye old KitchenAid container. And since we don't use plastic wrap in my house, we just cover it with a towel and pop it in the fridge for an hour. 1 hour is kind of a long time. So here are some recommendations of what you could do with your hour of time. You could pop open a book, skim some of the pages, or read them. You can make a candle out of the old bits of candles that you have sitting around your house. I did this. It smells weird, but it looks great. So we trim the wicks and then we're just gonna light it up. You can place your online grocery order.
Do we need paprika?
You can go adopt a kitten from your local animal shelter and give it some snuggles. Okay, now it's time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And don't forget to wash your hands. Miss Rona is still alive and well. CDC recommends 20 seconds, so sing a song of your choosing. I'm gonna go with this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. You get the point. But 20 seconds of whatever your favorite song is. Do not forget to get under your nails, all around the wrist, everywhere that you can. Clean those hands, friends. Hi, sweetie pie. Isn't she the cutest? Next, we're gonna line our baking sheet with parchment paper. Just roll it out. I typically just have extra hanging over. It's also fine. And just cover the whole baking sheet. You get that dough out of the fridge, and I'm gonna start putting it on the baking sheet in little dough balls. You'll see that's about the size. I guess it's maybe an inch, inch and a half. I'm not really sure. But I just roll it between my hands to warm it up a little bit, make it a little more pliable, and then smush it down to get an even bake on it. I don't want the edges to be burned and then the middle still be gooey, so I try to make a flatter cookie. So definitely recommend smushing it down, and you'll see me here moving them around to make sure they all fit and smushing them a little bit more to get them on the sheet. Now it's time to pop them in the oven. Slowly, gently. And then I set a timer for 8 to 10 minutes. And they come out looking like this. You'll notice the edges are a little bit brown and the top is more matte, but you can still see the gooiness inside. That's my preferred level of ooey gooiness. It's up to you if you want them a little more cooked or a little less cooked, whatever your preference.
If you eat them while they're warm, it's really good. It's technically oatmeal, so a very nutritious and balanced breakfast, lunch, or dinner, if I do say so myself. This is what the inside looks like. Nice and ooey gooey. All right. If you make this, let me know. Let me know if you like it. If you like baking with Kacy, cooking with Kacy, whatever we're calling this fun time we had together, let me know. Maybe Kenneth will let me take over more often. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Thanks for spending some time in my kitchen, and being virtually in my home is very nice to have you here. You're welcome back anytime. Don't forget a present next time. I am a hostess after all. I mean, come on. Can't even take that one seriously. All right, guys. Well, have a good night. Rest well. I miss you all. I love you all. And I'll see you soon.